Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing super well, and if you're new here, I'm Zarina and I'm an artist. So today's video is a little bit different. I'm doing this blueberry themed artwork using Ohuhu alcohol markers. I got these from Amazon about 2 years ago. I'll link these down in the description if you guys don't have them yet, which I feel like most people already do, but I'll link them anyway. For the sketchbook I'm using, it's from Arteza. It's an A5 mixed media sketchbook which has 180 GSM pages. I got these on Amazon as well, and they came with 3 sketchbooks in there, which I thought was pretty good, so at least I don't have to worry about buying any sketchbooks for a little while. Oh, and I'm just adding this little plastic sheet underneath my page just to stop any bleeding going on to the next page. This came with the Ohuhu marker set as well. So I don't want to bore you guys with a bunch of talking in this video. I just kind of want you to enjoy watching me color or have your own artwork that you're working on, so you can kind of do it along with me, but I will kind of tell you here and there what it is that I'm doing and what techniques I'm using. I did a very light sketch of what I wanted to color in with the markers. I've added some blueberries with leaves, a cheesecake slice, pancakes and a cupcake. So since this one is like blueberry themed, of course, let me know what you guys want me to do next, whether that would be like another fruit or just any other type of food. So the first few clips that you guys are seeing is me just kind of getting back into using alcohol markers. I actually forgot how to use them, so the first set of blueberries with the leaves, and it's like me just familiarizing myself with how to use them again and how they work. And by the time I got to the leaves, I pretty much felt like I was comfortable using them again. With the first blueberries, I used quite a lot of colors, which in the end you'll see I didn't really need to do that. But I was definitely scared to add like darker colors, because obviously once you've added a darker color with alcohol markers, you can't put anything else on top. So I was a little bit nervous going in, hence my use of like a lot of blues before I get to the colors I actually wanted to use. And then you'll also see with like the first leaf that I end up doing, that it's kind of like a tester, because I realized I just don't want the leaves to be that dark, so I lighten them up a bit going forward. Once I've kind of started to get the hang of it again, you can kind of see that the blueberries that I started doing right here are a lot more straightforward and quick, because I'm only using 3 colors, and then you'll kind of see later as well that I go back to the first set of the blueberries that are on the left and just darken those up to kind of match the rest of the blueberries. So yeah, like once I kind of figured out how to use these again, I had so much fun doing this, and they were like really easy to use. And yes, I'm not like a super pro at using these just yet, but a little tip would be to find a base color, which will be your lightest color, then your mid-tone color, which you blend in with your lighter color, and then your darkest color, which will be your shadow color. You'll use your mid-tone to blend out your darker color, so that everything is kind of like a seamless blend. I hope that's not like crazy confusing, but if you watch me then you'll kind of get what I mean, especially with the blueberries that I'm doing like right here. Oh, and another thing that I forgot about alcohol markers is that when you put the color down, of course it's going to be a lot darker, but then once it's dried it will lighten up. So sometimes it will look like my mid-tone, like you can't see it anymore, but once it dries you will. So here I'm working on the cheesecake slice, which is probably my favorite part of this artwork. I just love how much detail it has and how the highlights make everything just look so juicy. And for highlights I used my white jelly roll pen in 08 for this entire drawing, which you would have seen me use like a lot already. And you'll even kind of see me go over some of the highlights I feel like didn't really need to be there or just weren't necessarily in the right place. And then I'm also using black and a green coloring pencil. The black one is to outline everything that you see here, and the green one I just used to put like the spines on the leaves because I didn't want them to look too harsh. And I think the hardest part about using alcohol markers for me is finding the right colors, and that's what took me the longest, since once you've kind of added colors there's no going back. But even though there are 168 markers in this set, there are some colors that I feel like I didn't have, so hopefully at some point I can grow my collection, because I know that there's so many other shades. I think it's like the mid-tone shades, like certain colors you'll have like a light and a dark one, but there's no like in between one, and I think that's what I was like looking for a lot of the artwork. And for the blueberries on here, because they're like cooked blueberries, they're a lot more purple, so I use a lot more different layers, different colors for the sauce and everything. Yeah, so I guess it depends what it is that you're coloring in. Where I said before, you don't necessarily need to use lots of colors, but then for something like this part I did use quite a lot and it worked out really, really well. colour. So the most annoying thing happened with the pancakes. So by the time I had put all the base colours down, I realised I wasn't actually filming, so that's why it kind of skips to this part already, but I managed to catch the rest, so thank goodness for that. But I love the pancakes as well. I think with the syrup part though, I wanted it to look a bit more like translucent, but by the time I had kind of already laid my colours down, it was a bit too late to do that, since any kind of like highlighter bits or just lighter parts, you kind of want to make sure you add that right at the beginning. So yeah, it wasn't as translucent as I would have liked it to be. However, I do think I managed to give it like a little bit of translucency. Moving on to like the last part of this, the cupcakes. I definitely didn't have all the colors that I wanted to have for this, and I kind of went a bit too dark on the shadows as well, and also the part where it has like blueberry syrup, it just wasn't as seamless as I wanted it to be. But at this point I had stopped so many times to do other things that I was just trying to get the cupcake done. So yeah, I can definitely learn from that one and avoid some of the mistakes I made doing the cupcake for next time. But I do think for my first time using alcohol markers again for such a long time, I think it turned out really good, and I'm so happy with it, and I look forward to doing more of these. They're really like fun and relaxing, and I just enjoyed them a bit more than bullet journal videos, only because I've done so many bullet journal videos. It was just really nice to switch it up a little bit. So lastly, I was just making sure I outlined everything in this black pencil to give it a bit more depth, and then finally just using my white jelly roll pen to add all the highlights that I missed out on, especially on the leaves. I didn't put any on there, so I was just making sure I did that. I hope you guys enjoyed drawing with me, whether you kind of had your own artwork to do or you just chilled and sat back and watched me draw. Again, I'm not a pro by any means at all, but I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys learn something from me, or I inspire you to start using them as well. Please be sure to comment below what you guys want to see me do next with alcohol markers. I actually have the Arteza alcohol markers as well, so I'll do the next video with those. I don't have as many colors in those, but I do think it will be really exciting to do something with those ones as well. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video, as it really helps out the channel, and also so you don't miss any more content from me. And I shall see you guys in my next video.